I'm a cybersecurity consultant and I'm in front of the computer probably about 12 hours a day. I thought about my vision quite a bit. It's been a problem for the majority of my life to different degrees. Certainly it's gotten worse after 40 years old, but it started becoming much more of an issue from a day-to-day perspective. Reading my phone, for example, was a problem. Then I learned about how it could affect my overall well-being. Well, later on in life, what I've read was there was more studies that poor vision can affect your cognitive health. I would say that when I was in my early 40s, it literally happened overnight where I couldn't read my phone as well. But then over the last 2 years, I could see a remarkable difference in terms of it just becoming much more problematic. I went to different eye doctors and they had different contacts or glasses solutions, and none of them really worked well from a day-to-day perspective. Extremely problematic at the tail end of it, like 2 months ago. It was just degrading. It felt like on a daily basis where it was harder to look at my phone, my laptop, and it was just affecting my overall happiness. I knew it was getting worse and I needed to figure out an option. The vision test was very, very simple. Did it over the course of maybe 20 minutes and one night in my home. It definitely concluded that it had an issue that was affecting, again, my overall productivity from a work perspective. Seeing concrete numbers was very helpful because when you go to an in-office eye exam, they don't give you a benchmark, if you will, of how bad you are. It's just everyone's a little different. After I got my test results, I went back to the primary doctor that I had seen and put down a deposit for refractive lens exchange. And it was very painless, easy, and within just a few days I was seeing perfectly. So a lot of things have changed since the surgery. One, far distance vision is great. Being able to see and drive without glasses, being able to see my phone without issue perfectly. Those were huge benefits from a day-to-day perspective where it was affecting my overall happiness. Probably one of the coolest things about the refractive lens exchange, or just my overall surgery, was the ability to see colors a lot more in depth. Walking at night is a lot easier. Everything's much brighter. It's essentially, they explain that you have crystal clear new lenses, and therefore the whole world is a little bit more bright. The first few days when it started to clear up, if you will, it was a shock. It was immediately overwhelming in a good way. I just was able to participate and see the world as it is versus the way I had seen it distorted for many, many years. This experience is allowed through using SuperSenses, made me realize that it's not obviously just one issue, but hearing and feeling and all the other elements that could possibly affect cognitive health and just my overall well-being. It was just very, very simple, cost-effective. This is an independent tool that I was able to leverage, really understand the baseline of where my vision lied at that moment. And so that empowered me to seek out the best possible option based on what I was seeing from SuperSenses. So what I would say to someone in their 40s or 50s that's experiencing some type of decline in their senses is that you don't have to accept that that's just the way it is. There are treatments out there to deal with every single one of those. You need to know where you stand from a general benchmarker or a score perspective, and don't be afraid to explore those options and try new options.